453-2962.
Oxford, New Jersey. Oh, wait a minute. That is a real live head adjustment. Well, from August 1976. Listen to what happens when I hang up the phone. I'll turn it up.
2962.
See, it's a phone that has a lot of electrical hum in the area. So I'm listening through the earphone and I'm tilting my head in different positions to try to minimize the hum. But the line itself has hum on it and even seems to have a range extender from the way it sounds. But that's okay. We'll just get that kind of a recording. This is a payphone that is a good distance from the CO, and it happens to be a revisiting of my first phone trip, which was way too short. On the way back from summer camp in 1970, I stopped here in Oxford, New Jersey, dialed a 1 from the coin phone, and of course dialing a 1 first was a new concept for me at that time, and I got the vacant level recording. That's because back in 1970 there was no dialing 1 first from coin phones in this area. But Dave and I have just come from Belvedere, where we know there is a TSD serving this area. So now I expect 1 plus to work. Here is 1 plus a 212 number, and hopefully we'll see how TSD handles it.
I'm sorry, the number you have reached is changed or not in service at this time. If you need assistance, please hang up and dial your operator. This is a recording 1-2. I'm sorry, the number you have reached is changed or not in service at this time. If you need assistance, please hang up and dial your operator. This is a recording 1-2. I'm sorry, the number you have reached is changed.
There were some cool clanging noises coming in on that recording that weren't permanently recorded on it.
I'm sorry, the number you have reached is changed or not in service at this time. If you need assistance...
I don't know what causes those, but it had to be something in real time. Maybe that recording is mounted on a rack with selectors, and when people are dialing, it makes something clang. I don't know. I was surprised to get that recording on 1. I expected to go to TSD. I guess that means if you want to pay for a call by putting coins in the phone, you're either supposed to dial 0 plus the number, or just dial 0. Let's try dialing 0 plus an 800-325 number. I'm expecting to get a supervision test. Instead, I get a vacant code recording from the St. Louis 1 4A, at the moment not done by one of the usual 2 people. As for the Belvedere TSD, it just has to put the operator on in spite of the fact that there's no need for her.
Number?
My number? 453-2962.
Thank you. Recording 3141. We're sorry, but we have a problem. Is this, you're calling 325-1155?
Yes, I'll have to call later. Thank you.
There's that famous Belvedere busy signal with the NX1 power supply buzz. All right, now here's dialing 0 by itself. We will again get to hear that NX1 power supply noise through much of this call.
Oh, operator?
Yes?
Sorry, I got you by mistake.
You know, that's the second time that an operator has just released when I said, sorry, I got you by mistake. What is this, a Jersey thing or what? Anyway, now that we're at one of the steps, let's find out what 215498, the code for the Pennsylvania part of this area, really is. I think I know, but we'll see. Even though we're crossing a state boundary, we still dial only 7 digits. That's the way local calls across area code boundaries are dialed in rural areas during the 1970s. 7 digits, never mind an area code.
I am sorry, the number you have reached is not in service at this time. If you need assistance, please hang up and dial your operator. This is a recording, 1-4. I am sorry, the number you have reached is not in service at this time. If you need assistance, please hang up and dial your operator. This is a recording, 1-4. I am sorry.
I dialed 498, not 475, but we still went to Belvedere NX1, which apparently is 475 in New Jersey and 498 in the Pennsylvania part of its territory. So the Pennsylvania Trib is just another section of Belvedere. In fact, the two codes might be interchangeable. Now, how did that call go through from here? 4 absorbed on the first selector. 9 also absorbed on the first selector. And 8 goes into the trunk. So I think 475 is going to be the same. 4 absorbing, 7 absorbing, 5 going into the trunk. Let's see. Yep, and the same trunks are probably on the 5 and the 8 level.
I am sorry, the number you have reached is not in service at this time. If you need assistance, please hang up and dial your operator. This is a recording, 1-4. I am sorry.
Now from here it sounds to me as if the trunks back to Belvedere are very recent T-carrier. It's hard to tell because this line has so little high frequencies, but overall I'd say it is T-carrier, probably installed within the last 3 years. So in 1970, had I called Belvedere, it would have sounded different. Here is an intra-office busy signal, followed by a soup test. Great Meadows is a step very similar to this one. Let's call the supervision test there. The office code for Great Meadows is 637. Let's call over there and see what that other code is. You know the one. It'll be at the end of the recording.
I'm sorry, the number you have reached is changed or not in service at this time. If you need assistance, please hang up and dial your operator. This is a recording 16. I'm sorry, the number you have reached is changed or not in service at this time. If you need assistance, please hang up and dial your operator. This is a recording 16. I'm sorry.
Well, I choinked trying to hang up, but I'm not sure what kind of trunk this is. All I know is I reset it. Yeah, this telephone line is so hummy that I'm not sure that that wasn't a carrier trunk that we were just on to Great Meadows, because this line hums so much. It makes it sound like a wire trunk over there, and it may hum differently when we're on a Great Meadows trunk. That doesn't mean that the Great Meadows trunk is really wire. So with this long phone line, it's really hard to tell. Some of these, I think, we can figure out, but I can't figure this one out. By the way, this is the same neighborhood that I stopped at coming home from summer camp. I even think I got the same restaurant. It was a place called Johnny's on US 46. And I'm pretty sure I got it right because it says buttermilk on the sign, and that would have made my parents stop. This place is almost 3 miles from the Oxford post office, so that may explain some of the length of the line, but it doesn't seem like it would be far enough for a range extender. Well, I don't know about the Great Meadows trunk, but here's a trunk that definitely is wire, and it's so well balanced, the hums disappear as soon as we cut into it. There we go. Now that is a well-balanced wire trunk. Most of the hums have disappeared. There's also a certain distinctive squeal. That's the kind of sound you get in the Bell system. Their wire trunks tend to do that because of the way the repeaters behave. This is 689, a place called Washington. I choinked. Well, that is a Crossbar 5 office. Welcome to New Jersey Bell. That scratchy sound we heard over the reorder tone is so typical of number 5 Crossbar, and you can tell it's a busy time of day. I dialed 9972, which is the standard last four digits for the supervision test. New Jersey Bell shares that standard number with New York Telephone. Let's start from scratch and call the same thing. 689-9972. Well, that's it for this stop. The next stop is Great Meadows, another step in this same area where we get some slightly different things and some of the same. Here's a long dial tone from Oxford.